1903 has played to sold-out audiences in New York, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and it is now here in Singapore. From the producers of the world's biggest magic show, The Illusionists, and the award-winning puppeteers from Warhorse, Circus 1903 is here to bring you a thrilling and spectacular display of the most unique, amazing, and dangerous circus acts from all four corners of the world. Today, I'll be speaking to some of the cast members. Here they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the circus!
So Circus 1903 is in Singapore, and joining me today is Neil Dawat. How are you doing today?
Fantastic, thank you for coming.
How do you feel coming to Singapore and putting up this grand show here in this little red dot?
We are so excited to be here. I've been fortunate enough to be in Singapore a few times.
Yeah.
I came with The Illusionists, I also directed that show. So we're thrilled to be here with Circus 1903. We opened last night, the audiences loved the show, so we're so thrilled.
Now, The Illusionist is the world's biggest magic show, and so we are very, very fortunate to have Neil with us here today. Tell us. So I understand Circus 1903, the name is given because 1903 was a huge year for circus. Is that true?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, 100 years ago, circuses traveled around America by train, entertaining all the audiences. So it was like the Olympics and rock concerts and the movies and theatres all wrapped into one. This was the only entertainment. So in 1903, there were so many circuses that were doing this. It was such a successful business. So that's why we've chosen that year.
First, we will introduce Sanaya. She's a contortionist. Where are you from?
I'm from Ethiopia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Marcella and Olava, where are you guys from?
We are from Brazil.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Is your body made of rubber? I mean, I saw the way you moved on stage. It was like legs overhead and legs around the body, and something I could never do.
Yeah, I was like practicing 11 years for this.
11
to become a contortion and more flexible.
Do you think being a contortionist is something anyone can do? If I wanted to do it, could I practice and become a contortionist?
People have different naturals. You can be, maybe. if you practice, maybe you would be. People have natural.
Right,
so I'm
okay.
naturally flexible.
Right. So you need to have some inborn talent,
yes,
flexible body.
Yeah.
The elephant. Now that is the highlight of the show. I've heard so many things about the elephant. It's not a real elephant. It's a puppet elephant.
Yes, it's a
Tell
puppet.
us more about why this elephant is so remarkable.
Well, it's a life-size elephant, and it takes 3 puppeteers to run the mother elephant. It's 2 on stilts and then 1 with the big head, and then we have a lovely little baby elephant, which is 1 puppeteer, and so they're really amazing. We teamed up with the creators that created the Warhorse puppet, and they've done an amazing job. I mean, when I sat in the audience, sometimes I hear people, is it real? Because at the beginning, you're not quite sure. So it's really great.
That's real, right?
Yeah.
People have to question it.
They have to question it,
not.
and then as it starts, you get used to it, and you're like, oh, it's a puppet. So it's really great, and audiences just love it. So we're thrilled.
Given the size of the puppets, how do you manage to transport these elephant puppets across the world?
Yes, they actually do pack down a bit smaller. Not too small because they are so huge, but they don't travel as the life-size elephant. So we kind of pack them down, and then they have to get rebuilt and lots of maintenance. So yeah.
Which which is your favorite act in this show?
My favourite act is probably the opening scene of the show, which is a teeter-board where the guys are on a seesaw. It's really, the opening scene is you meet all the cast and it's as if they've just got off the train and they're building the tent, they're hammering the stakes. There's so much energy. I love hearing the audience's reactions. The kids are like, even the grandparents are like, wow! It's just fantastic. So that's always my most exciting part of the show.
I saw your act earlier where you were blindfolded and he was kind of just throwing you in the air. Like, how do you do that? I mean, I wouldn't really trust someone to throw me in the air if I can't see a thing. Like, I get quite scared. How do you do it?
Yeah, it's very crazy, but we are together and we feel each other. And I know that he will be there for me.
She trusts you. You can't let her down.
No, never. Never.
So why aerial cradle among all the different circus acts out there?
For me, because I were a student and then I learned everything on circus. But on Russian cradle, I put my ballet classes that are ballet and gymnastics on acrobatics.
Why do you think, you know, adults and kids both love magic and circus so much? You know, it doesn't get old with time, with age.
Yeah, it's incredible. You see the girl fly it.
So what do you guys do to make sure that your body is always, you know, in top form? What happens if you have an injury?
Before I start my act, I have to stretch for 1 hour.
Stretching for 1 hour.
To warm up, make sure I am ready for my act. So if I stretch really good, it will be less having the injury. So I have to really making
every part of the body loosen up.
Like very warm. So make sure I am very flexible for my act.
And what do you guys do? What kind of exercise regime do you practice to make sure that you're always fluid?
Go to the gym. 3 hours practicing the act. Maybe 2 hours the gym. And 3 or 2 hours the CrossFit.
Okay. And why should Singapore come and watch Circus 1903?
Because it's incredible and
fascinated.
So Circus 1903 is all about friendly and family show. You don't there is for kids, for adults, for all people. So and everyone is so professional. And so I hope they enjoy.
I'm sure they will. I can't wait to watch you guys on stage. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy Singapore besides performing here. I'm sure you will and have a great time. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.